The fox used to come in through the cat flap, and she used to say to it, "Hello, Mr. Fox, you come here for your dinner?" And the bleeding fox used to walk round, eat the cat's dinner, and then go out again.
Yeah.
I said, "I'm going to come down and fetch my video."
I remember Dad killing the rabbit, the pet rabbit of Mum, for Christmas dinner.
And people don't understand when you say the never never, because what it was a never never, sorry you couldn't pay for all sorts of things, eh?
Yeah.
Because the tiny men used to come in girl for the 6 a week, because you used to, well, they used to hide, well, been out at the door, because I mean, you had to pay your rent. No, one thing you did do, you would pay your rent, otherwise you would have been out in the street on the next week.
I was always frightened of cows.
I know.
I was still scared of her getting near a cow, and I took Tracy to the zoo. And a cow come up to her, and I thought, oh, you know, like it was getting too near. I went over and I did not built it one on the nose. I went bang, you know? And it was a dairy cow, you know, like it was one of those that was tame, really.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, you're not going to get near her, and that's it. But that's always frightened me.
You see, what happened that morning was we used to go out on the big fields blackberry picking. And she said, I forget her name, and said to us...
Shotter, her name.
Shotter, that's right. And she said to us, right, and she'd give us some sandwiches and sent us off packing, you know, get rid of us for the day, I suppose. And Reg and Iris looked after June, and off she went, and I looked after Reg. But evidently Iris and June...
Four together then?
Yeah, Iris and June didn't go to blackberry picking. They got on a train, and they'd stole £1 out of her jar, out of money box.
Did you?
And
it only got us to Reading.
And what they done, they didn't know what train to get on, and make a long journey, so they got off at every station until they got to Reading, and then the money ran out.
No, 13, because when I was at Norfolk, I was there 2.5 years. And Mummy brought me home.
You went to work at the laundry, didn't you, Iris?
Yeah, I was there 2
You
years.
was there.
They wouldn't let me go, would they?
No, like me, they wouldn't release me.
I had to go before a ball, didn't I?
Yes, we wasn't allowed to be released.
It was after the war.
They couldn't release.
As long as you went in the trade, because it's the same with me, but as long as you went in the trade, then you can prove that you can go in the trade and somebody offered you a job.
They let me
then
go.
They let you go, they let me go.
I can always remember you coming home and you said to me, "Here, Reggie, there's 6pence laying up there," and you wouldn't pick it up, and it was in the gutter. And I said, "Where?" And I ran all the way out, halfway up Green Lanes.
Stood to pick money up.
Halfway up Green Lanes. I always remember that. And I ran up there, and it's true enough, there was the 6pence there. I picked it up.
Yes, I wouldn't have. No, I wouldn't even today. I've never really stood to pick money up, you know.
Funny, isn't it?
I'd pick it up. I'd say it's lucky.
It's funny, really, with all the poverty and everything else, you still got that little bit of pride at different things. Do you think so?
There's no pride in picking a penny up, or it's a couple of quid.
Well, I don't know, sometimes.
I was doing a lottery at work, and when I packed up work, and I come round, I've done my lottery. And I went out and I thought to myself, if I see a coin, I'm going to win. And I walked along, put my lottery on.
Looking down all the time?
Yeah, no coin. And I got home and Arnie said to me, "Oh, they phoned up from work, it's your turn to put the lottery on." I went, "Oh, I must have got to go out and put the lottery on." So I shot off round there, coming back, there's a penny. And I thought, Christ, my face. You know, I thought I'm going to win. And I did, £64.
Did you?
Yeah, I had to share it with the others.
Yeah,
but it was just that fact that I found that coin, you know.
This is still going. I don't know whether it's been recording it or it is.
Well, I don't know.
On this thing, because it's still alive.
No, that's...
Yes, it is. That's on. Still on. That's on tape. What we've been talking about.
Oh,
We've been running him down. Yes, it's still on. Look, it's still going. He's getting evidence.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's gonna sue us.
Yes.
And he's gonna
Yes, it is.
bribe us.
Yes, it is.
What have I said? I've not said anything.
Oh dear.
Well, we weren't talking about him. Oh, Myrtle.
No, that's what I'm saying.